Greetings to you wherever you are watching this. For those of you whom I have yet to meet in person, I'm Reverend Nicola Marsh, pastor here at Community UCC. And we see that people like you are watching our live stream each week. And because of this, we are excited to be embarking upon an experiment. And we need you. If you are engaging with us regularly, finding meaning in what we are about, we would like to extend a special invitation for you to be among the first CUCC digital disciples. For signing up for just $10 a month, you will receive a t-shirt with the new CUCC logo. And we are also exploring the idea of offering other content to those of you who are part of this new and growing area of digital ministry. Sign up to support us in this new way at cuccboulder.org/support by clicking on the yellow donate tab and noting you are a digital disciple in the instructions. Or as always, we welcome an old-fashioned check mailed to us at CUCC, P.O. Box 3646, Boulder, Colorado 80307. Thank you for being and building beloved community with us, and thank you for your gift, whatever it might be.
Truth be told, you all were singing in your heads, right? Imagine. Me too. Well, we have a small but powerful group here this morning. Thank you. And for those of you who are on the live stream today, welcome and thank you for being with us. So as I was reflecting about the scripture this week, I was really struck by Joseph's dreams. Like I could not see them. And he had so many dreams. He never speaks in the scripture, but the dreams are vivid, so vivid. They're dramatic, they're filled with warnings, guidance, and hope. And you might recall that Nicole a couple of weeks ago used the scripture where Joseph had a dream when he was going to dismiss Mary, but he had this dream that said, no, don't do that, and so he didn't. So this theme of Joseph and dreams just was like right there in front of me. And then today he was dreaming about taking his family and fleeing to Egypt. He had another one about returning to Israel when it was safe, but then he had a little misgiving, so he had another dream that said, oh, we'll go to Galilee and Nazareth. But always paying attention to the dreams. And then, of course, my mind got going down the rabbit hole of dreams. And then there's Google. That helped me kind of think a little bit more about dreams. So, of course, the first thing that I could think of when I thought about dreams was John Lennon. And this song, you may think I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. So famous. And what a beautiful vision of the world. That's really quite scriptural, as Gwen reminded us today. And then the next one, Martin Luther King. I Have a Dream speech, one of his most famous speeches ever, and it's his dream and vision of what this country can be for all of us and what we should look to. And again, pretty scriptural. And then I thought about Nelson Mandela and Bishop Desmond Tutu, who both dreamed of an end to apartheid in South Africa and equality for all. And then I thought of Sojourner Truth and all the women in the 19th century who had dreams of equality for women and women's right to vote. Then I learned, this was news to me, that Harriet Tubman, as she was sleeping, would have very vivid dreams. And in fact, she called them her signposts from God. And it was those signposts from God that led her to lead people to freedom. I didn't know that was all from dreams. Did you also know that Albert Einstein's theory of relativity came because he had a dream of cows, a farmer, and an electric fence, and that led to him discovering the theory of relativity from a dream. Loved it. And then Paul McCartney, because I know there's a lot of Beatles fans here, his song Yesterday that made famous by the Beatles, came to him, the lyrics, in a dream. Any Frankenstein fans here? Any horror folks? Mary Shelley, the storyline from Frankenstein, came to her in a dream. That one kind of made sense to me. And then kind of contemporary, I was thinking about Malala Yousafzai, who dreams of education for all, especially girls in countries where they can't get it. I think of Greta Thunberg, who dreams of a healthy planet. I also, Nicole and I both wanted to use a poem by Howard Thurman called The Work of Christmas. It's making its way around Facebook, so you might look at it there, but it's highly copyrighted, so we can't use it. But his poem, The Work of Christmas, is his dream and vision of what a just world is. Again, very scriptural. And then, of course, I thought about the millions of so-called dreamers who were brought to this country as children, who dream of being a citizen of the place, this only country that they know of. And so dreamers everywhere. And I'll tell you, if you do dreaming or dreams in Google, it will send you down. So it's quite a fun little Google search. But I wonder then, how many of us here have something you dream about or have dreamt about in your lifetime? And I think we dream while we're sleeping, but I also think we have dreams and hopes for our future or our purpose. And so I wonder what you dream about and what you do with those dreams. Because when we look at the scripture again, if Joseph hadn't listened to the dreams and responded to them, he and Mary and Jesus would have experienced firsthand Herod's power-hungry fear, the terror, the killing spree, his fury, destruction, and probably they all would have died. At least Jesus would have. But because Joseph listened to his dreams, and they all trusted and moved and listened, they experienced safety, protection, and life. I found a quote also by Harriet Beecher Stowe that says, "Dreams are the hushing of the bodily senses, so that the eyes of the spirit might open." Love that. And I think she's right on. Dreams help us get out of our own way, out of our thinking mind, into a space where the spirit and our intuition might open us to see and experience things anew. Because I'm sure if Joseph and Mary had done a lot of overanalyzing and overthinking, any overthinkers in the room besides me, he might not have married a pregnant girl. He probably would not have gone to Egypt or then back to Nazareth. Because if you seriously think about the conversations that might have happened if thinking minds overanalyzed, it might have gone something like Mary saying, "Joseph, seriously, in the middle of the night, we're going to get up and move? I just got this baby to sleep. What are you thinking? And you want to go where? To Egypt? It's not any safer there than here. Are you crazy? And I just got this kid to bed. He's newborn. You want me to what?" So probably, the overanalyzing, right? Not a good way to start a new marriage, listening to a dream, responding, and going across the desert. Because listening to those dreams were not really smart, not cognitively, yep, right there. But he also went around some cultural norms by marrying her. But the Spirit, his eyes of the Spirit opened, and he trusted the dreams and let God lead. And we're all here today, all these centuries later, because of it. I found another quote that I thought was relevant too. This one by Mark Ian Barash. "Our dreams disturb us because they refuse to pander to our fondest notion of ourselves. The closer one looks, the more they seem to insist upon a challenging proposition. You must live truthfully, right now and always. Few forces in life present with an equal sense of inevitability the bare-knuckle facts of who we are and the demands of what we might become." And I found that quote really compelling because dreams present the bare-knuckle facts of who we are and demand us to become something more. God asked some pretty big things of Joseph. Pretty big things. Those dreams demanded that Joseph claim some power in new and countercultural ways and move into action. to not listen to the demands meant destruction, fear, and death. Listening, however, led to beautiful things and the spread of Jesus' strong vision of what the world can be that lives on today. Dreams often demand action on our part, and Joseph shows us that time and time and time again in these scriptures. And as I think about all those dreamers that I mentioned earlier, it's the same for them. It's not to say that dreams and following them is easy, because many of them would say it's not. That there's often hardships along the way. All who dream must dream truthfully and live truthfully right now. Listening to nudges, listening to the heart. That's where I think God is. Maybe you know the song from the musical Man of La Mancha, Dream the Impossible Dream. There's so many dreams. Dream the impossible dream, it says, and act on it. The world will be better for this despite the hardships or blocks that might arise. And it's always worth it in the end. That's what that whole song is about. And so I wonder, what is it that you're dreaming of? For yourself, for your family, for the world, for this year as we embark on this new 2023, and for this church. Whether you dream while you're sleeping, or as you dream with your eyes and heart open to the Spirit's leading while praying, meditating, journaling, being in community. Dream the beloved community. That's what Jesus did. That's what Joseph did. Dream what's not yet. And then, what in the world are you going to do to move towards it? To make it real. Dreams don't allow us to stay in the same place. They move us and they urge us to do and be something greater. As a church community in this new year, over the next few months, we're going to be dreaming together about who we are and what and who we want to become. How do we bring our individual dreams together here at CUCC to create this new collective dream in this time? God used dreams to communicate with Joseph and is using dreams to communicate with us today. So let the eyes of your spirit open so that we can dream together and co-create something greater for ourselves and the world. And as John Lennon says, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Let's be dreamers together and dream some great things to continue building the beloved community that Jesus laid out for us. May it be so. We'll take a few moments of silence to reflect and see whatever God has for you today.
Greetings to you wherever you are watching this. For those of you whom I have yet to meet in person, I'm Reverend Nicole LaMarche, pastor here at Community UCC. And we see that people like you are watching our live stream each week. And because of this, we are excited to be embarking upon an experiment. And we need you. If you are engaging with us regularly, finding meaning in what we are about, we would like to extend a special invitation for you to be among the first CUCC digital disciples. For signing up for just $10 a month, you will receive a t-shirt with the new CUCC logo. And we are also exploring the idea of offering other content to those of you who are part of this new and growing area of digital ministry. Sign up to support us in this new way at cuccboulder.org/support by clicking on the yellow donate tab and noting you are a digital disciple in the instructions. Or as always, we welcome an old-fashioned check mailed to us at CUCC, P.O. Box 3646, Boulder, Colorado 80307. Thank you for being and building beloved community with us, and thank you for your gift, whatever it might be.